Cardi B has never been shy about speaking her mind, but her latest confession has left fans absolutely stunned. In a late-night livestream, the rap superstar revealed that the only reason she's still married to Offset isn't about love, family, or even loyalty. According to Cardi, it's all about money, and she claims her estranged husband is demanding millions just to finalize their split. The timing couldn't be more explosive. Cardi is pregnant with her first child with NFL star Stefon Diggs, while still legally tied to Offset, the father of her 3 kids. And when she addressed the situation publicly, she didn't hold back. She accused Offset of trying to hold her hostage in their marriage unless she pays his taxes and hands over one of her properties. This shocking revelation has thrown fans into a frenzy, sparking debates online about love, loyalty, and money in Hollywood marriages. But the drama doesn't stop there, because behind the headlines, there's a tangled story of on and off relationships, custody battles, and a rapper who refuses to be silenced. When Cardi B opened up her X Spaces live stream on September 22nd, fans expected the usual mix of laughs, bold statements, and unfiltered honesty. But what they got was something far more dramatic. Without hesitation, Cardi revealed the real reason why her marriage to Offset isn't officially over, and it wasn't what anyone saw coming. She claimed that the divorce has been stalled because Offset allegedly won't let her walk away unless she pays his taxes and hands over one of her properties. Her words were fiery, unapologetic, and packed with emotion. "The only reason why I'm still married is because somebody wants me to pay for their taxes and give them one of my properties. I'm a fight for that. This is not no love SHT." Fans were left shocked. It wasn't just the bluntness of her statement, but the idea that one of hip-hop's most famous couples had reduced their marriage to what sounded like a financial standoff. For many listeners, this wasn't a confession about love gone wrong. It was a glimpse into a war over money, power, and control. And Cardi didn't stop there. She doubled down, saying that while they may be legally separated, Offset was essentially holding her hostage by dragging out the legal process. Her frustration was obvious, her tone unshakable. She wanted people to know this wasn't a love story anymore, it was a battle, and she wasn't backing down. But as raw as this moment was, it was only the beginning. Because while Cardi made her case clear, the situation got even messier once people factored in her pregnancy news, a bombshell she dropped just days before the live stream. Cardi didn't leave any room for confusion about where things stand between her and Offset. On paper, yes, they're still married, but in her own words, she's legally separated. And for her, that distinction matters. She wanted fans to understand that she's not sneaking around or hiding anything. She feels like the marriage is done, even if the paperwork isn't. In her live stream, she explained it like this: "On a contract, I'm practically still married because somebody wants to hold me hostage if I don't give them millions of dollars to get out of it." Those words, "hold me hostage," hit hard. For fans, it painted a picture of a woman trapped in a marriage she no longer wanted, not because of love, but because of legal and financial demands. Of course, the internet had plenty to say. Some rushed to defend her, saying no one should be forced to buy their way out of a marriage. Others criticized her for airing such personal details so publicly, especially when Offset hasn't given his side. And then there were those who accused her of playing the victim, pointing out that her life has been full of public highs and lows that often turn into spectacle. But if Cardi wanted sympathy, she wasn't begging for it. She spoke with the same confidence and attitude that's defined her career, making it clear that no one, not even her ex, was going to silence her. She was determined to tell her side of the story, even if it meant stirring up more controversy. And just as the internet was catching its breath from those revelations, another layer of drama added fuel to the fire: Cardi's pregnancy with Stefon Diggs, which many fans saw as the ultimate twist in this already messy situation. Just days before her explosive live stream, Cardi dropped another bombshell that had the internet spinning. While promoting her album Am I the Drama, she revealed she was pregnant, but this time, the father wasn't Offset. Instead, it was NFL star Stefon Diggs, wide receiver for the New England Patriots. The announcement sent shockwaves across social media. Fans couldn't believe that Cardi was carrying a baby with her new partner while still legally tied to Offset. Critics wasted no time throwing shade, accusing her of having too many baby daddies and questioning her choices. But Cardi wasn't about to let anyone shame her. She clapped back with her trademark bluntness, saying, "I have 3 kids with one man that I married. Yes, I'm having a baby with somebody else. So what? That happens, it's life." It was classic Cardi, unfiltered, unapologetic, and unwilling to let anyone else control her narrative. Her words sparked a wave of debate. Some praised her for embracing her truth and moving forward with her life, while others saw it as messy, chaotic, and a bad look for someone still in the middle of a very public divorce. But love her or hate her, everyone was talking about it. And while Cardi stood her ground, insisting she wasn't doing anything wrong, the situation highlighted just how complicated her relationship with Offset had become. Because even as she defended her pregnancy, questions about her marriage, her family, and her future continued to swirl. But this wasn't the first time Cardi and Offset's relationship had been in the spotlight. In fact, their history is filled with twists, breakups, and reconciliations that made fans wonder if this latest drama was just another chapter in a long and turbulent story. To really understand the chaos Cardi is in now, you have to rewind and look at her history with Offset. Their love story started fast and intense. The two began dating in 2017, and within the same year, they tied the knot in a secret ceremony that surprised fans. From the outside, it looked like a whirlwind romance, the kind of hip-hop power couple people couldn't stop talking about. But almost as quickly as the marriage began, the cracks started to show. Rumors of Offset's infidelity hit the headlines more than once, and the couple's relationship became a roller coaster of breakups and makeups. Every time fans thought it was over, they'd show up together again, sparking both excitement and confusion. In 2020, Cardi actually filed for divorce for the first time. It shocked the music world, but just as suddenly as the papers were filed, she dropped the case, saying the two had reconciled. For a while, it seemed like they had managed to patch things up. But by 2024, the problems resurfaced, and this time Cardi filed again, signaling that the love story had finally run its course. Still, the back and forth created a sense of unpredictability. Fans were never sure if Cardi and Offset were done for good or if another reunion was around the corner. That uncertainty kept their relationship in the headlines, but it also set the stage for the messy, complicated battle we're seeing now. And Offset wasn't about to go quietly, because while Cardi was opening up about feeling held hostage, he was making his own moves in court, asking for spousal support and fighting for custody of their children. While Cardi was venting her frustration to millions of fans online, Offset was quietly handling things in the courtroom. Back in May, TMZ reported that he had filed an amended divorce response, and the details raised just as many eyebrows as Cardi's live stream. According to those filings, Offset wasn't walking away empty-handed. He was asking for spousal support, though he didn't put a number on the request, and making it clear that he wanted joint custody of their 3 children. On top of that, reports suggested he wasn't eager to let Cardi have full control of the family's finances or properties. For many fans, this was shocking. Offset, a successful rapper in his own right, seemed to be positioning himself to benefit financially from Cardi, who has skyrocketed into superstardom over the past few years. To critics, it looked like he was trying to cash in on her success. To others, it was just another messy twist in a marriage that had long been plagued by rumors, mistrust, and public blow-ups. The legal battle revealed something bigger than just a breakup. It wasn't only about 2 people separating, it was about power, money, and pride. And as Cardi continued to tell her side of the story, Offset's silence only made the situation feel more mysterious. Was he really trying to hold her hostage, as she claimed? Or was this just one side of a much larger fight? Whatever the truth may be, fans were hooked. And soon, the drama spilled beyond the courtroom and the live streams, straight into the heart of social media, where reactions were louder and harsher than ever. As soon as Cardi's live stream ended, the internet lit up like wildfire. Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit were flooded with reactions, each one more dramatic than the last. For some fans, Cardi's honesty was refreshing. They applauded her for standing her ground, refusing to be controlled, and exposing what they saw as Offset's attempts to use money as leverage. Memes poured in, with people joking that Cardi was paying everyone's bills, even her ex's. But the support wasn't universal. Critics came for her hard, questioning why she would put such private details into the public eye. "If you're really done," one fan posted, "why keep dragging this out on live streams?" Others accused her of painting herself as the victim, while conveniently glossing over her own messy relationship decisions. Offset, on the other hand, stayed quiet, and that silence only added more fuel to the fire. Without his side of the story, fans were left to fill in the blanks, creating their own narratives about who was really in the wrong. Some saw him as manipulative, trying to bleed Cardi financially. Others suggested Cardi was spinning the story to protect her own image while moving on with Stefon Diggs. Meanwhile, the media pounced on every angle. Headlines framed Cardi as the fiery rapper fighting back against an unfair situation, while others highlighted the irony of her new pregnancy, making the entire situation even more complicated. Every outlet had its spin, but the one thing they all agreed on was this: the Cardi Offset saga wasn't just another celebrity breakup. It was a spectacle. And as social media debates raged on, Cardi wasn't backing down. She kept defending her choices, insisting that her life had moved forward, even if the legal papers hadn't. But the more she explained, the more divided the conversation became. Still, through all the noise, one thing was clear: Cardi wasn't trying to win everyone's approval. She was determined to take control of her story, and for her, that meant defending her decisions, no matter how controversial they seemed. Where we'll tie this into the bigger Hollywood narrative of relationships turning into battles over control and image. Do you want me to write Section 8 as a strong closing analysis / narrator voice style, or more like dramatic gossip tone with cliffhanger for next update? At the heart of Cardi B and Offset's never-ending drama is something bigger than just love gone wrong. It's about power. It's about money. And it's about who gets the final say when a high-profile relationship collapses under the weight of fame. This isn't just a messy breakup. It's a battle between two celebrities with brands, empires, and millions of dollars on the line. Offset reportedly asking for spousal support, and a piece of Cardi's property highlights just how tangled money becomes when love turns sour. And Cardi, who's built her career on independence and dominance, refuses to let anyone take what she feels she's earned. It's also a reminder that in Hollywood, relationships are never just personal. They're public currency. Every live stream, every headline, every viral tweet isn't just about heartbreak. It's about shaping the narrative. Cardi knows this, Offset knows this, and now Stefon Diggs is suddenly part of this circus too. For fans, this saga is addictive because it's not black and white. Cardi paints herself as the woman fighting for freedom, while critics see her as reckless for moving on before finishing what she started. Offset looks like he's clinging to financial lifelines, but maybe he sees himself as protecting his share after years together. In the end, the story isn't just about a divorce. It's about control. Who controls the money, the public perception, and ultimately, the future of their family dynamic. And that's why this story won't die down anytime soon. Cardi may insist she's moved on, but until the ink is dry on those divorce papers, the drama will keep unfolding, and the world will keep watching.